If you weren't capable and as strong as you were, you would not be going through the things that you're going through. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, of course, because there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself, always and only take what resonates, as well as leave the rest and grab your pen and your paper and be prepared to take notes. In this video, we're going to go over 5 recommendations on why it's so important to know how strong you are, as well as some disclaimers on what that looks like to you. Starting off with number 1 with the disclaimers, being strong doesn't always have to be physical. Like physically, you could be in shape. Congratulations if you are, and if you're not, nobody can judge you. You have to realize that just because you're strong doesn't mean that you have to overwork yourself or over exude yourself. So you have to realize that strength, like I said, doesn't always have to be physical. You could be strong because you're enduring things that nobody knows about. You've had moments where you had to cry yourself to sleep. You've had moments where you were alone. You've had moments maybe you felt isolated. And for you to continue to show up, pat yourself on the back, sister. Give yourself an applaud, brother, right? So keep that in mind. You are strong. You have to realize that just because you're strong, it doesn't always have to be physical. So the second thing that a lot of people like to invalidate when it comes to strength is that if you weren't, you would not be able to endure the trials and tribulations that you go through in life, whether they're negative or positive. You have to realize that if you want to be a certain type of person or you want to live a certain type of way, it requires you to be those things. So you have to realize that even though you may not be used to doing certain things, like a version of you because you grew up a certain type of way, you were taught and shown to live a certain type of way, doesn't mean that your future version of yourself or who you're becoming in the current is going to be incapable of achieving those things. You are very much so capable. And you guys, I apologize. I just had to unlock my phone. But it's like, you're capable is what I'm trying to say. When we go through things, a lot of times we're just like, God, why are we going through this? Like, you cry, you pray, right? Or whatever it is you choose to believe in. And you're just like, why am I going through this? You're meant to go through this. If you want to go to school and get your degree, depending on what you're going to school for, it may take you 4 to 9 years. And you're like, oh, I can't do this. You can. You have to realize that it's the goal. It's the outcome that you want. But in order for you to get there, there has to be a version of you who learns to do the things that need to be done. So if you are not capable, you would not be going through things. The fourth or third thing, I lost count when it comes to disclaimers, is that just because you're strong doesn't mean, like I said, you have to overexude yourself or overwork yourself. So it's really important to have days where you take to yourself. So self-care days, mental health days, and you're not doing the most. In order for you to maintain your strength in whatever area it is of your life, you have to have a routine. You have to have some type of discipline. You have to have some type of schedule that works for you. Everybody's schedule, like people are like, wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. If you have to wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to do something, that's you. But me personally, I don't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be successful. That's just me personally. But it's like, you have to be practical, because it's like every day you're not going to want to do something. And just because you choose not to do something doesn't mean that you're lazy. It just means because you're so strong, because you have certain things going for yourself, you have to be realistic about what you're able to do. So because there's only 24 hours in a day, it's really important that this month, or whenever you have the chance when you're watching this video, that when you have time to yourself, you generally make that time for yourself, and you set aside certain dates, certain days, weeks, months, years, etc., and figure out what needs to be done in order for you to continue doing the things that you want to do. Because a lot of people, speaking from experience, want to be successful, not realizing that's a lifestyle. Now, of course, is everyone wanting this lifestyle? No. That's why it's really important that when you say you want certain things in life, you understand the responsibilities that come with it. And that's going to be a part of the recommendations. Being strong comes with a level of responsibility. And I'm going to say that part again. And I need you guys to put this in the comment section. being strong comes with a level of responsibility. So it's just like when you guys watch me and you guys are taking notes and you're applying the information, we're strong ASF, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. We are strong. We're tough, solid as a rock. Big boulder, big steppers, lemon pepper. Thank ya. Now, if you don't want to be strong, my content's not for you, but you're here. You got to realize, number one, the recommendation, these responsibilities are not for the weak. You can have days where you're resting, right? Because I have days where I rest. I don't overwork myself. Like I said, I have a schedule. I'm type A. And even if you're not a type A person or know what that means, I'm very structured, very organized. I don't play about my time. So yes, strict, stuck up, as people like to say. I'm not worried about that because I know that if I want certain things to be done, I have to have a certain level of discipline. If you lack discipline, you learn discipline over time because you realize you want certain things to be done. And the reason why I'm like this is because I do things for myself, right? Unless you have the finances, unless you have the resources, unless you have support outside of you, you have to do things for yourself. And if you do have the finances and the resources and the support outside of you, you can continue to be strong, but you don't want to be dependent. I'm not codependent, okay? And if you're codependent and you're learning not to be codependent, you have to realize you got to be practical about the days that you're able to show up for yourself and what you actually can do. It's no reason to overwork yourself. So it's just like, realize that when you want to do something, you need to know what comes with it. And you need to take your time and make sure that you're able to come into an agreement with it. If not, the reason why people are so quick to give up and constantly have battles in their mind is because they're not realizing what's required of them. Like I said, if you want to go to school, on average, most people, it takes 4 years. You have to realize you have to be willing to invest 4 years. You have to be willing to study. You have to be able to wake up. You have to be able to take exams. You have to do a lot. So it's like, before you fix your lips and ask for something, make sure you know what it is that comes all with it. The second thing with being strong, you don't have to compare your strength. You don't have to overwork yourself. So for me, as an entrepreneur, and even if I was an entrepreneur, I know that my work routine, my work schedule, it doesn't look like everybody else. Like I said, I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. I'm very privileged. I don't deny that. As somebody who's extremely privileged, I give my resources to you all watching this because everyone's not in my shoes. Everyone's not in my position. So it's like, you need to know that you having your routine and you doing what works for you, don't worry about any and everybody else. You don't need to compare yourself. You don't need to feel like you're behind in life because you're not. You're doing everything that you can, and that's the fourth or fifth thing. I lost count, but it's like, when you're doing everything you can, that's all you can do. So it's just like, when you're going through things, because life is gonna life, you guys. Life is gonna life. Like, you're always gonna go through something. The goal is to change your mindset. The goal is to continue to get stronger. If it doesn't kill you, it does make you stronger. Once again, you don't agree with what I'm saying, you're not always gonna agree with everything, but if you don't agree with this content, it's just not for you. You have to realize that my energy is not for everybody. Like, this is a very high vibrational channel. Being high vibrational, people don't understand. That's a lot of energy, a lot that goes into it if you weren't already like that as a person. It's not, we're not faking it. We don't fake it until you make it. I don't condone that at all. You don't have to. And other people who are just as strong as you, like I said, emotionally, physically, financially, subconsciously, howeverly, support you. Surround yourself with people who share similar visions as you or who want similar things as you. If not, keep your distance. Being around people who constantly complain or who don't want to do certain things or who don't realize what comes with certain things, eventually, as you put in the work, you're going to outgrow them. You're going to surpass them. Not because you're better than them, not because you're comparing yourself to them, but you can't force compatibility in relationships with people. So it's just like, being strong doesn't have to be a negative thing. Being strong doesn't always mean that you have to overwork yourself or that you have to do a trillion tasks in a day. Being strong is knowing that I'm strong in certain areas of my life. I'm going to continue to work on those areas of my life. And if I want something, I have to be okay with it. Now, on the days that you don't feel strong, rest. Go outside. Have fun. Like I said, Know your schedule. Balance is really important. Balance is extremely important. Like, I don't believe in, like I said, working all day every day for your entire life. Like, no, that's not, no. And even if I wasn't an entrepreneur, like, no, that's not gonna happen. Because when you overwork yourself, when you overexude yourself, you burn yourself out. And that's why a lot of people quit. That's why a lot of people doubt themselves. That's why a lot of people are not confident, because you're trying to do 14 trillion tasks in a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. If you had a goal, let's just say, to clean your house, depending on how big your house is, unless you live in a shoe, that may take longer than the 24 hours to do. So you need to be like, okay, today, or 3 to 5 hours, I'm gonna clean, let's just say, maybe your bathroom, your kitchen, or one room at a time. You don't have to rush. Being strong requires you to be consistent, but most importantly, to pace yourself. The more you practice it, the more you gain confidence. And the more you're confident, the more you realize like you're capable of doing something, you're gonna get excited. Like, over here, we are tigers and leopards. Like, that wasn't like strong, but I didn't want to roar. Like, my voice is not that deep to make a tiger noise or leopard noise. Use your imagination, okay? Not too much. I'm not a comedian, okay? But yeah, like, we're strong. And if you weren't strong, you have to realize the attacks emotionally, physically, financially, the things that you went through your entire life up until now, you wouldn't have gone through it. You wouldn't have made it. I want you all to know that, like, life and death happens to any and everybody, and death is quick. So it's just like, learn to be grateful, learn to take your time, realize where you're strong at, continue to focus on it. In your homework assignment, whatever weaknesses, whatever you're doubting on this sheet of paper or in the comment section, I need you to figure out what it is so we can come up with solutions. So whatever weaknesses, whatever doubts, whatever insecurities you have, let me know in the comment section so we can come up with solutions. Because it's like, when you become strong, you learn how to solve problems and challenges immediately. So if you're doubting yourself, I need you to figure out why you're doubting yourself. And if you're new here, I give out homework assignments, so therefore you're being challenged, you're motivated, and you're educated, because this is an educational content, right? I'm trying to make it entertaining and fun, but we're about our business. Figure out what it is that you're doubting. Why are you doubting yourself, and how does it make you feel? And your homework assignment is due in the comment section or in the next video, as well as on your sheet of paper where you're taking your notes. But it's like, we need to figure out why we're doubting ourselves. We need to figure out why we're insecure, so therefore we can come up with solutions, so therefore we can do the things that we want to do, because you are strong and you are capable. So, as well as liking this video, thank you guys for watching it all the way to the end. Thank you for the likes and turning on your post notifications. You're subscribed. Put in the comment section if this resonates with you, that I am strong. Okay? You're allowed to be strong. And like I said, being strong all the time isn't about just burning yourself out or constantly going through trauma. Like, if you are strong, you're going to realize you went through certain things for a reason, and you're going to overcome them. And once you overcome them, you're not going to have to continue to face certain things. Things get lighter, things do get easier, but you have to realize that. As well as follow me on all my social media platforms. All the information will be down in the description box below, as well as booking you guys this service and sessions at my website. Now, if you're not, I don't know why I keep getting tongue twisted. If you're not able to book your service in a session, follow me on my Instagram, DM me, ask me any question, comments, concerns, as well as, like I said, let me know in the comment section. And on TikTok, I will be going live answering you guys' questions, comments, concerns. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. We are strong, okay? Love you, bye.